Have you ever experienced a time when your own positive, maybe even naive outlook on life ended up hurting you? When you ignored things you really should have seen? Warning signs, problems, responsibility, reality. Maybe you know that feeling. You dream of a better life, of a brighter future, of the perfect relationship, of the person you wish you could be. And while you're dreaming, real life just stands still, somewhere stood. That's exactly what this book is about. The dreamer. I've seen how easy it is for people to lose themselves in fantasies, not because they're weak or stupid, but because fantasy is often more pleasant than reality. The dreamer lives in a world where problems are solved by others for a long time. Parents help out, conflicts are intercepted, responsibility is taken on by others. And that's exactly how some danger slowly starts to develop. The feeling that somehow life will just work itself out without consequences, without real responsibility, without the hard part of reality. At the same time, an ever stronger inner world starts to form. Daydreams, perfect fantasies, idealized relationships, a life in your head that seems more beautiful than the real one. In the book, I describe how this dynamic develops psychologically through a lack of self efficacy, excessive care, social comparisons, and retreating into fantasy worlds. What I found especially fascinating were the psychological connections behind it all. Many of the dreamers' behaviors are reminiscent of patterns you also see in ADHD, obsessive thought processes, or sometimes in maladaptive daydreaming. Not as an illness, but as an inner logic, because fantasy is controllable. Reality isn't. In your mind, everything works instantly. In real life, everything takes time, patience, responsibility, decisions, and sometimes even frustration. The dangerous thing about it is, this development doesn't happen all of a sudden. You don't lose yourself in just one day. It happens slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. Real experiences are replaced by imagined ones, real growth by perfect fantasies. And at some point, you realize you've done a lot of dreaming, but very little actual living. That's why this book isn't meant to be a reckoning. It's meant to show where it can lead if people keep avoiding reality, and why some dreams inspire us while others slowly pull us away from real life. In the end, The Dreamer is a book about imagination, responsibility, self deception, and the question of whether we're truly ready to look reality in the face.